Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Vinderla. In the previous episode of Sailing Vinderla, after much planning, preparations and waiting, I finally left Trondheim. First I filled some diesel, and then I went out motoring for a bit and set sail. I only used the Genoa since I am single-handed for the first time and I don't have so much sailing experience, but the boat did very well. I had a southeasterly wind coming with 15 to 20 knots, and it gave me speeds up to 9 knots. I met some other cool boats on the fjord, and I had some really cool moments out there on my own. It's really a great feeling traveling with the waves, with the winds, and moving at a pace with nature. I really like it. But after leaving the Trondheim's fjord, with kind of strong winds, suddenly the wind just died. I experienced being becalmed for the first time. Or maybe a little hint of what it actually feels like being becalmed. Well, I was not in the middle of the ocean, I was just along the coast with my tank of diesel full, so it was not very frightening. It was rather peaceful and very quiet.
Alright, so now I got 3 knots of wind, I'm doing 2 knots, but that's okay, I'm almost where I need to be. And there's another sailboat coming. Maybe they're gonna say hi to me. Maybe, who knows?
Nevertheless, I had to pick up my friend Dima at the island of Kråkvåg, so I started the engine and motored away until I reached my destination. Kråkvåg doesn't really have any nice harbors, and it's really shallow, and when the low tide is hitting, it's really tricky to go in. Actually, Dima himself recommended me to go to another place, but I took some calculations and it seemed to be alright. But the dock was sketchy as hell. I'm docked at this horrible little dock in this beautiful little island archipelago. I'm waiting for Dima to come, just hiding for the microphone. Get so much wind on it. Wind is blowing us straight on the dock. I wasn't sure if it was deep enough on the other side, so I chose to dock on this side. Getting good at this docking on my own. It's not that hard, but it's definitely a challenge. I'm gonna put out some fenders, and soon Dima will be here, my new crew member. The wind picked up quite a bit and blew me straight on the dock, and the dock was full of sharp edges and rusty old stuff. So I stood mooring watch as I waited for Dima. The birds kept me company, and luckily I did not have to wait long, and I could see Dima coming. Hello! Welcome on board, her is the stairs.
So you don't need the stairs. That's your stairs.
Nei, som du ser så det en del fendringer her da, og den her kaia helt jævlig.
With the wind blowing us onto the dock and it being too shallow on the other side of the dock, and the dock being so rusty and bulky and scrapey, it was a little bit of planning and preparations to make us leave safely without ruining the gel coat. But we're both sailors, or at least commercial sailors. None of us has much sailing experience, Dima's first time being on a sailboat actually, but we managed to get off and get out quite safely.
Now we're doing like 4.4 knots. We got 11 and 12 knots of wind coming in on the port beam. It's 100 meters deep. Dima's on board. Yeah! It's beautiful out here. We're getting closer to our destination, which is... Let me show you. We're going in here and up there. So yeah, it's been a cool journey so far. Vinderla has proven to be an amazing sailboat. Like, wow. So smooth. Like, she's just so sturdy and safe and secure. Just awesome. And you know, she does the job all by herself. We're just hanging out. She steers, she sails. Me and Dima, we're just chilling. We're just hanging out, we're just having a good time. Surrounding shots. So we're out of the fjord and we're now sailing out towards the coast to an island called Hitra. So actually, I think this is Hitra. That's mainland. Alright, so this bridge is 16 meters high and we are 15 meters high. We're going purely on sail now, doing 6 knots. It's beautiful wind. This is gonna be daunting to go under here, but just have to do it. So yeah, it's a beautiful place. Just all around here.
Ja. Jeg tror det. Går det perfekt? Ja! Hva tror du, Victor? Leve på streken. Leve på kanten, ja. Du, jeg var faen meg akkurat 10 centimeter klaring.
After passing the bridge with a very little clearance, which was kind of scary but kind of fun, we were actually arrived at our destination. But since the weather was so nice and the sea was so calm, we decided to go sailing a little bit more and maybe try out the mainsail. But we'll see how that went.
Var det 20 grader styrbord? 20. Here comes a pretty cool boat. It's a fishing vessel. Passes on the starboard side. This one came off. And zip to this. And our sail stick went to sea. So now we are docked on Hitra. And we got Port State security here checking us out. No, I'm just kidding. It's my friend Kjartan and his colleague.
Watch out for this guy.
Yes, dangerous criminals.
Yeah.
It's Kjartan's dock we're staying at, so that's really nice. This is
this boat.
Beautiful. What kind of boat is it?
It's a Chinois Rush,
Wow.
made in '82. It's
Wow.
27 feet.
It's 2 years younger than my boat.
Yeah, doesn't look like it, but
It's awesome. They really knew how to build boats back in the day.
Kjartan was at work when we came and had to go end his shift. Day turned to night and we had a calm evening on Hitra. The next morning we checked out his dad's boatyard, where he pulls out all the wooden boats and restores them. It's a really beautiful place here on Hitra. I really enjoyed it. Beautiful nature and coastal environments. Kjartan inherited a fishing vessel from his uncle, which is very well taken care of, so he decided to take us on a trip with it. The boat is a classic Norwegian-style fishing vessel, also known as a shark. No, not the shark in the sea, not the creature, shark. The fishing boat shark. The name of the boat is Real. So let me show you the bridge. Inside we have a classical little helm, an autopilot, a chart plotter with GPS, and a cabin heater which heats from the engine's heat, and the truss. And that's basically it. Midships, which I stand on now, is the loading room, and in the bow we have the forepeak, with a lot of bunk beds and a wood stove, and the possibility for cooking. It has a good old Perkins engine, which I've heard run forever. Might be the case with this one.
Now we're making a fire!